care to give this a try, Miss Emily?
Your artistry is truly a pleasure to watch. This tastes like a local variant of a Lumideuse Twilight. Am I right? The gentle and elegant taste, with its distinct layers combined with a hint of Mondstadt's characteristic scent. Though in reality, there's no need for you to be so conservative. Your drink was not. If you need time to. Usually, after work, my friends from the Maison Gardiennage sometimes treat me to a few drinks. I usually stick to fruit tea. That way, I can get straight back to work after our gatherings. If it's before a holiday and my friends are in high spirits, I sometimes order a small glass of sparkling fruit wine. There was an officer named Terena who used to in the world of besides, so I don't mind. It really is. In such conditions, when scents are blended well, it seems when mixed properly. Oh, yes, that. They're part of my reward from the flower shop owner. I studied However, this is a windwheel. The various parts of the windwheel aster plant, I just took it for a little extracting. Oh, thank you for. When I first got to my surprise, let's just say, even in daily, in the end. Perhaps you possess.
Here you go. A new and improved, Emily-inspired, Lumideuse Twilight. I haven't come up with a name for it yet.
The colors are cool. Are these bright specks on the... I'm sure it must taste wonderful. Let me try. In the language of flowers. The windwheel aster represents the visible winds. Your cocktail not only captures their form, but also the frig. Therefore, the winds and clouds of Mondstadt. Really? Now it's time to... Thank you. This is the most memorable cocktail I've ever had. Once I get back to Fontaine, I will attempt to recreate this moment as both a frig once I've perfected. Until then...
So you're looking after the drink stand now. If I'd known sooner, I would have stopped by this morning. I've got to say, I wonder what kinds of drinks you can mix with the... I don't... As the captain... So, I've been in... Anyway, on top of all that, my duel with Miss Clorange required a lot of focus and energy. Learning how to turn defense into attack and seize the initiative when facing a combined assault from sword and musket. Even now, I'm still chewing through the details. But in the end, the exchange went... Oh, I...
One twinkling starlight for Captain Eula. Hope you like it.
Judging by your confident tone, I'm certain I will. Huh. Sweet and tingly, with a delightful airiness. I suddenly feel full of vim and vigor. But just one glass doesn't quite scratch the itch. How about something with a bit more bite? Don't hold back. You don't... Works for me. The first company hasn't assigned me any paperwork for tonight, so I'm free to catch up and try your new creations at my... That's right. The merchant I got it from called it Romerit... Oh, it's in that book, After a Duel, to properly play host to... But Amber said something that makes a lot of sense. She said that even if this custom doesn't really... Besides, when I gave it to her... If you want to know what They launched a diet in the past. Now we just need to bring our standard... The vice captain... In any case, after eating it for... You can hardly blame... Of course, having fresh meals... Yes, I have. To make matters worse, leading them on this mission was quite eventful. It took 3 weeks of stealth operations in the snow, with no fires to keep us warm, before those veteran knights faced the bitter cold. Me? I'm completely fine. But it was mentally tiring for sure. But fortunately, the operation wore them down far. If any new recruits try to make my life difficult, I'll just have my veterans give them a few friendly points. Oh my. To be honest, before we crossed swords, Miss Cloran's combat style comes from the mysterious Marechaussee hunters. In a more recent newspaper claimed that Miss Cloran was an orphan from an underwater kingdom, and that before battle she would perform rituals inviting spirits to possess her sword. Certainly, from my own experiences, Miss Cloran's abilities more than match those incorporating a commemorative... That's right. You really know your stuff. I doubt there's anyone else. There's no need... In recent years, Firewater... You really are good. What as for the... Brilliant.
Here's your all-new Seafoam Sword Song, mixed to meet your personal preferences.
Oh my, what beautiful colors. And you even added my Romaritime flower fruit extract. The aroma is perfect, and I can smell the alcohol, but it doesn't stifle the fruity fragrance. Give me a moment to come up with the right words. I know it's unbecoming of a lady, and a proper connoisseur would savor their drinks slowly. But I'm sorry. Can you mix me another? Oh, no, what was I going to say? I've completely lost my train of thought. Whatever. I feel fantastic. This cocktail... Oh, it's the best I've ever had. I think I'm gonna head home and get some sleep. Don't worry about me. This is the happiest tipsy I've been in years. I'm still far from being drunk. By the time I've written up those reports for my exchange with Miss Clorand, I'll have been on duty for 3 months straight. Jean, the acting grandmaster. Isn't it about time she gave me some time off? I won't be forgetting this injustice in a hurry. You Mark my words.
Sure feels good to get away from my desk. Now...
That's gonna take some getting used to. Why didn't that happen the first time?
Looks like we've jumped forward a bit since yesterday. We're at the Favonius Cathedral now.
Wait, is this the bit where we steal... or, borrow the Holy Lyre? Yeah.
See?
Word from the Knights of Favonius is that the Fatui are planning to steal the Holy Lyre der Himmel. Unfortunately, a conflict between the two parties is ensuing inside. If the Fatui succeed, we'll miss our chance to borrow the lyre. Come on. What is it?
Oh, so that's how we're explaining this part. Huh. Pretty convincing.
It's all thanks to that committed performance from our good friend D-Luke.
I'm just reading the lines Miss Nicole gave me. You need to play along, okay? The cameras are rolling.
Don't worry. Our operation isn't that strict. If there are slip-ups, I'll just delete them later. Feel free to take a relaxed approach.
Wait, that was Nicole's voice? Or is it...
Probably...
That's right. This is a kind of communication magic. The same one the Knights of Favonius used to get in touch with me earlier. If you get stuck at any point, You can contact me through this magic, and I'll provide a few hints.
How very
That's right. Obviously, we're not including the stealing part in this version. After all, anyway.
I wonder...
That would... complicate...
Okay. Someone's got an axe to grind.
You're just in time. The situation is not looking good at the moment. The Fatui brought much more force than expected.
Yeah, it's turned into quite a mess.
You're not bad, boy. Against the Fatui, though, you'll need to try harder than that. You ain't messing around, huh? Take this!
Oh no! If this keeps up, the Holy Liar... Ugh. Sorry. Paimon can't do this. Nicole, shouldn't these people be wearing Fatui costumes at least?
Yeah, it's kinda hard to get in the zone when our opponents look like average guild members.
Let me see here. It looks like magical auto-load has been disabled, so the Fatui costumes didn't appear. I'll get that fixed. Just ignore the problem for now and continue.
Got it. In that case, I'll evacuate the members of the church right away.
All right, thank you. As you see, Traveler, the situation is dire. We need to retrieve the Holy Lyre and get it back to headquarters.
Looks like the Fatui are tied up fighting the Knights. I doubt they have the manpower to spare to deal with us.
Which means, if we rush in, we should be able to retrieve the lyre.
You all sure are getting into gear.
If the conflict really had escalated to this point back then... Ugh. Just imagine the cleanup work.
Yeah, good thing it didn't turn out like that. No use thinking about something that didn't happen, right?
When your free time is as precious as mine, it's hard not to think about...
I never thought I'd get the chance to spar with the cavalry captain.
I'm always up for a duel. As long as you treat me to a glass of wine after we're done.
I couldn't keep up with you after all, Grandmaster. It's like you've gotten even stronger since I last saw you.
Expeditions have a way of doing that to people. Ever consider taking your adventurers out on a long trip?
I think I'll pass.
No entry. This place is under Fatui jurisdiction.
How dare you stand in our way! You'll face our Harbinger's wrath soon enough!
What a coincidence. Or perhaps I should say, great minds think alike.
Yes, well, this looked like the most relaxed part of the performance. I'd prefer to get this over with and return to my work as soon as possible.
Of course.
The Holy Lyre! There it is! Well, well, well. It seems our outer diversions were most effective. The Knights know not that the true danger lurks right beneath their nose.
It's no wonder you're known as the youngest, most capable Electro-Sisson mage in your unit. You can read our enemy like a book.
No! We're too late!
Put the lyre down!
You heard her! Put it down and put him up! Or this is gonna get ugly! Wait, why are you the only one with a official?
Why? Because I fashioned this headpiece myself, of course. How does it look? I am the spitting image of an Electro-Sisson mage, am I?
And I suppose I look enough like an Electro-Sisson as I am.
Hold on. Trying... Ha! You underestimate me. To think I would appear before you without full confidence in my victory. Go forth, Oz. Sissons, take care of these pests. The holy Lyre der Himmel belongs to the Fatui. Whoa, that was fast. Mage-powered flight is something else. Official is... Here, take it away. And don't let them catch you.
That's nothing the gliding champion of the Fatui can't handle. Hey! That goes against gliding regulations! Pretty tough, aren't ya? Well, let's see how you handle this.
Oh. Paimon thought the Adventurers Guild were the only ones role-playing as Fatui.
Just thought I'd lend him a hand. Official didn't have time to make me a cool hat, though.
Amber's over there! Let's get ready to land!
Here they come! Positions, everyone!
So this is where the chase ends this time. Wait a minute. This isn't what their hideout looked like. It's at least a few times bigger.
Yes, I remember it being much more run down. This place has far more structural appeal.
The Lawrence clan lived here for a time, but this doesn't look like their handiwork. And I know for sure it's not the work of the Knights.
Must be a bit of creative...
Alice said the original was too run down and didn't fit her aesthetic taste. So we repurposed some assets from the Golden Apple Archipelago. As you can imagine, Alice has always been a go big or go home kind of person.
Yeah, this is go big up.
Still, our mission remains the same. We're here.
Yeah.
human never doubts what their eyes see or rejects the ground beneath their feet. Both now warn you that this is the end of the road. Give up and turn back while you can.
That voice!
Mona? Oh, you mean Barbarloth's student.
You know about her? But Mona came to Mondstadt after your expedition left.
Well, I had regular contact with the Hexen Circle, so her name came up now and then. The whole thing about her messing up and being too afraid to go back? Yeah, I know that too.
What? But how? No one in the Hexen Circle should know about that!
For real? Sorry, but I'm pretty sure all the mages know.
All of them?
I'm afraid so. Oh, except Rhindaughter, I suppose.
Fine. That's just fine. It's not like the old hag's gonna come find me in Mondstadt to settle the score, right?
Anyway, how do we cross?
I'm not telling.
Aw, come on. Don't take it out on us.
I'm not. This is unrelated. Besides, I'm playing a Fatus whose job it is to issue riddles. You can't just ask me for the answer.
All right.
If you want the...
Looks like Mika's guarding the spot.
Oh, hey! It's been a while.
Hello, Grandmaster. Hello, everyone. No. Wait, my line. How did you get in here?
I would think you have bigger concerns right now. Tell us where to find the lyre.
It's locked in the back room, but good luck getting in there. 3 crests are needed to enter, and each one is guarded by a Fatus.
Wait, but in real life, we only needed 1 key.
Yes, but there are 3 locations to visit. If there was only 1 key to be found, there's a good chance the encounters set up at the other 2 locations would go to waste. All our actors worked...
A fair point. They're playing through the story just like us, after all.
To be honest, when I first read my lines, I was kind of confused at how I just give up the intel without a fight. But when I actually had to stand up against all of you, it made sense. I mean, Mr. Diluc practically had me in a cold sweat.
Really? I only had 1 line.
Aha! Yet in a game of cards, it's the ones that remain unturned that strike the greatest fear in your opponent.
That's right! And I've been told you have quite a few tricks up your sleeve, Mr. Diluc. Anyway, you can head in now. Everyone should be ready.
One moment. We can't quite end it like this.
Do I have to say it?
It would benefit the scene.
All right. I told you everything I know. Now leave me alone.
And off he goes.
Without the crest, man. Anyway.
Looks like we were followed. Guess Mondstadt's elite aren't to be underestimated, huh?
Stand aside. This one's personal, but this time, I'm fully locked and loaded! Come on, kid! Let's finish what we started!
Yahoo!
Looks like I...
Okay, you win. Somehow this round...
Probably because you had to act like a Fatous. At this point, I could take down those with my eyes closed.
Oh, so you were the one in the Fatous costume. Does that mean the auto-low bug is fixed?
It would seem...
Man, their armor is heavy. And
Rumor has it, Fatui recruits undergo rigorous training. I feel like there's some truth to that after all. Well, even though we lost, Dad had fun for sure. Here's the crest I was guarding.
Oh, and Bennett told me about what happened in Natlan. How you helped him navigate his past. It's hard to believe we finally have answers after all these years. So, on behalf of all the adventurers in Mondstadt, truly, I can't thank you enough.
Well, that's what friends are for, right?
Speaking of, how have things been since you got back, Bennett?
Same old, same old. Bad luck included. But that part's nothing new, so I don't mind. I do miss the Asha, though. I hope I get the chance to show them Mondstadt someday.
The Fatous up ahead values wealth above... Luckily...
Wait, Mona? Again?
What? The more roles you play, the more you get paid. That's what Alice said. I was hoping to do even more than this, but it is what it is. Anyway, the crest is with me. All I need to know is how much you're willing to cough up to get it. Let's talk biz. That's all. Good enough for me. All right, here's the... Oh, and by the way, word has it... Well, I spent hydromancy. Of course, I need a whole... No wonder generous even though her...
Huh.
Oh, come on.
The road ahead is almost completely blocked. Looks like this person isn't taking visitors. Yes, just have to be careful. We need that crest.
What? They handed over their crests? Looks like the decision has been made for me, then. Further resistance would be foolish.
Gotta say, Paimon didn't expect you to play this kind of role, Durant.
Well, actually, Aunt Alice was planning for me to play Dvalin if the dragon himself didn't agree to take part. That was the backup plan. Apparently, there's a spell like the one used to make Simulanka that could change me back into an evil dragon.
That does not sound like a good idea.
I have to agree. That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen.
I don't think I'd be very good at playing the evil dragon anyway. I'm not intimidating enough. Luckily, Dvalin agreed to take part after all, so my role was switched to Timid Fatui Guard B, and I got to wear a costume instead.
Wow, that's a pretty huge change. Why B, though?
Oh, because Mika is Guard A.
As expected, Alice has got it all planned out.
Alright, we've got all the crests. Let's head back and look for Mika.
All right. This elevator's a bit complicated to operate, so Miss Nicole asked me to help activate it. Just one moment.
Thanks.
No problem.
Huh. I don't remember Fatui being this nice.
Of course you want to make things difficult.
Security's tight around here.
I hope this is safe.
The Holy Liar! There it is! Wait, but Paimon remembers something about a... Hot-blooded, careless, and reckless heroes! Despair, for you have stepped into my trap! Wait, what? All it did was lock the liar up? Well, I wasn't the one who designed it. All Alice said was that activating it would turn the tables.
That checks out.
They laugh as if they already know what is to transpire. I do not have a good feeling about this. Allow me to clarify before we proceed. How was it that the liar was retrieved back then?
From what I've heard, the Fatui agent guarding this place was given a thorough beating, and then the lock opened.
So then, I'm the one who walked into the trap?
Do not despair, mein Fräulein. Miss Alice provided us with backup, did she not? We are not entirely outmatched.
'Tis true, though thine princess... Come forth, my loyal servants! Smite all who stand against us! Look! The ravens get confused if they don't hit anyone. Now's your chance! Group 2, reinforce! Group 3, Group 4! Oh, forget it. All of you, attack at once!
That's gonna leave a scar.
Time for takeoff.
incapable servant of all. We shall dispose of you in one foul swoop.
As you wish, mein Fräulein. Our situation is dire, mein Fräulein. Seems this is the end of the road.
Alright. I give up. Just don't hit. Alright. I know when I'm beat. You win.
You were brilliant, Miss Fischl. The recording was fantastic. I'm certain future participants...
Yeah!
Huh. True.
I doubt the mages want us to just break it open.
Perhaps we haven't met a certain condition then?
Wait.
I'm afraid it may be the...
Very well. Just be gentle. Huh? Oh, right. Paimon's the weakest.
Ah, it's open.
Miss Alice does love to tease, doesn't she?
Congratulations on obtaining the holy...
Wow! This is quite... Oh, Paimon's stomach is there.
Oh, hello. Did you need something? Then, as now seeing a gathering like this after...
Well said.
Barbara?
You told me you wanted, but in my eye...
The location isn't the most important. I appreciate. Make sure to do the same, Traveler. Now that we're outside the bubble and no...
Hey! Honorary Knight, look up! Pretty stellar view from up here, and the breeze is nice.
Oh, well, to each their... Oh, of all the places to sit, it just had to be there. Just be careful on the way up, Traveler.
Have a seat. I come bearing drinks. Booze free, of course. You're welcome. Well, that's what being home is all about, right? Letting go, feeling at ease. Figure we both deserve that after all this time. You think so? Glad to hear it. There's no place like home. That's what people say, right? The expedition took me far and wide, and still, little alcohol in my system, it would all come back. The cathedral, the statue, the windmills in the city, the pigeons and dandelions in front of the gate. The further away you get, the more you miss it. I might be biased, but it means a lot that you care about this place. I get that. The people are what make Mondstadt what it is, too. All the carefree kids running around, livening up the place. Which reminds me, I never thanked you for helping Mondstadt out back then. It takes a special person to do what you did. Most people are helpless in the face of abyssal corruption. Considering their target was Dvalin, things could have been bad. I suppose Barbados could have handled it, even though he hadn't been awake for long. But still, I doubt the ending would have turned out quite so perfect. Dvalin is family to him, you know? Having to choose between the dragon's life and Mondstadt's safety, that would have been cruel. Not to mention, the Wild Hunt would have reached our borders sooner or later. We'd have been stretched thin without your help. Maybe you've never put two and two together, but what you did in Natlan also helped reduce the threat of the Wild Hunt. If Natlan's crisis hadn't been resolved, the two abyssal powers might have joined forces at some point, making our situation even more dire. Ha! Look at us, taking down the Abyss in two separate nations. Doing the Knights of Favonius proud, aren't we? I guess not. In any case, for a knight, honor is something you get to define for yourself, no matter what the outside world thinks. And that's the question, isn't it? Why do we do what we do? But I think it's safe to say you already know the answer.
Ah, so this is where you've been hiding. You know, I don't think this was designed for sitting.
Ha! When did you become such a stickler? Come have a drink with us. There's plenty.
Don't mind if I do. Grape juice? Again?
You know, Charles would never let me hear the end of it if I started drinking without him.
Disappointing, but understandable. Oh, I almost forgot. Since this banquet is also for the actors, I invited Dvalin.
All right. Might hike up the bill a bit, but who cares? Haven't seen him in too long.
Yeah, well, he turned me down. He never did like being the center of attention. The city is a little too small for him to spread his wings. Even if no one is afraid of him, he could still take out a windmill or two. Guess it's better not to risk it.
Huh. Maybe it's time to draft a proposal to build him a landing pad.
The Traveler's right. If this is what makes him comfortable, might as well let him be. In the meantime, I propose a toast. To our honorary knight.
To our honorary knight.
I often think about our parting at Windrise, you know. And now, almost in the blink of an eye, the final stop on your journey is just around the corner. Snezhnaya. The Tsaritsa's plans have continued to advance. Now, only the Pyronosis remains free from her grasp.
But if even the captain couldn't take Malwika's Gnosis by force, I guess we don't need to be concerned about its safety for now. So that's good news, at least.
You wouldn't be taking a dig at someone else's ability to hold on to their Gnosis, now would you, Grandmaster?
Of course not. I'm not one to rub salt in old wounds.
Her harbingers do often tend to take a rather extreme approach. Just look at Child or Signora. But we would be mistaken to ignore the fact that Signora did not win the Geonosis using force.
Right. You told me about the contract Morax signed with her before his death. You're saying she didn't need to resort to violence in Mondstadt either?
That's right. If she was able to provide a reason convincing enough to persuade Morax, she could have persuaded me no problem. I suppose she just didn't think there was a reason to negotiate. I had just woken up, so I must not have seemed like much of a threat. Honestly, the Gnosis was of no use to me. I didn't care who it belonged to or what means were used to take it. I just knew if I fought her in that moment, the cathedral, perhaps even the entire city, might have become collateral damage.
True. I wouldn't put it past Signora to take civilians as hostages either.
In the end, though, it was those same methods that led to her end. After all, her third target, the Raiden Shogun, wasn't a big negotiator back then. Perhaps Signora's success in Mondstadt and Liyue convinced her that she was a match for the Archon of any nation. You did the right thing. It pained me to see Inazuma as it was back then. I'm glad things have changed since. Of course, now the elite force of Harbingers has quite a few missing from its ranks. So I suspect the Tsaritsa no longer has the means to meddle in other nations like she used to. Who knows? Perhaps a chance to formally meet her in Snezhnaya might come sooner than we think.
Some of our knights remain stationed in Not Cry. If you need help, just say the word, and we'll be there.
The look in your eyes. It's changed a lot since you first set off from Mondstadt. But my advice remains unchanged. Never forget that the journey itself has meaning, traveler. The birds of Tevat, the songs in the cities, the Tsaritsa, her Fatui and the monsters, they are all part of that journey. Perhaps earth-shaking truths and indescribable trials await you at the end. Just remember, there is more to life than that. Alright, that's more than enough acting like a real Archon for one night. And still, not a sip of drink for dear old Venti at a time like this? You're no fun, Varka.
Dun dun dun! Dun dun dun! Da da da!
This is so fun, Mom!
I think so too. Come on, let's blow them all up.
Mom, when can I play with the magic toy you made me?
Very soon, darling. In fact, it should be ready tomorrow. I just know you're going to love it.
Yay! Can we play together?
Why, of course. We'll have ourselves a splendid time.
Until I return, I leave them in your care. The Knights of Favonius will always welcome you. Come on! To Mondstadt!
Dear Grandmaster.
To Varka.
To Varka.
Family.
No pig call.
Poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. Make sure they all get delivered, Outlander who caught the wind.
Grandmaster. Varka.
Go Varka! Hey, Sarai!
for Varka.
The thoughts of others anchor you, reversing the assimilation. Using your connections, relying on outside help. This is not the way of a knight. The Abyss can sustain me no longer. But now, countless souls who died unjustly will emerge to prevent your return. If you believe in your path, then grant them release. Carve your way out through bloodshed. Varka, mightiest knight of Boreas.
This is how it ends. Throw the plan out of the window. Fight my way to victory. Well, that suits me just fine!
This will be an...
Increasing our comp?
On me. On me.
Let the show be. realm is... If you ever...
Increasing our combat strength? I'll do my best.
You want me on your team?
I can do it.